Steve Newman joins us again with the first alert forecast. Steve, it seems pretty calm out there with Hurricane Nate making its way up the coast.
We escaped most of the problems from Nate. Now, I got to tell you, we didn't mention this, but on Tuesday, the European model had Nate going right over top of us, and then it kept moving west and west and west, and the GFS came east and east, and they pretty much met in the middle. That's where the current path took it. Well, let's take a look at what today looked like. Under the influence slightly of Nate, pulling in southerly winds from the Caribbean. So it was tropical and it was warm, and there were some scattered showers from time to time, as you can see on this Lakewood Ranch cam, but not at all a bad day, but boy was it hot. It was been several degrees warmer than normal for the past few days, and it's warmer than normal for this hour as well. 83 with a dew point 76, that's jungle tropical, humidity 79%, and our high today of 92, several degrees above normal, but it's our nights have been much warmer than normal, like 9-10 degrees warmer than normal for the last 2 or 3 as a result of that southerly fetch being pulled up by Nate. And you can see how broad its influence is. Even though there is a center of circulation, it is drawing up that moisture right over Florida. And technically, it doesn't really have an eye. I never saw an eye form in the middle of this all day long, as it was predicted to strengthen to Category 2 force. Fortunately, that did not happen. In fact, it really, without an eye, and just didn't cause that many problems as it made its first landfall right here over the mouth of the Mississippi River. Sparsely populated, the people who live there are hardy stock, and they've been through this kind of thing before. And then it's moved over open waters again, and the center of circulation appears to be approaching Bay St. Louis to Biloxi, Mississippi. This orange area is the threat of tornadoes, which we've heard early in the newscast. There have been several tornado warnings out for that area, and I imagine as it goes inland, we'll see that spread inland as well. Now, winds in New Orleans, they've dropped the curfew, so they're out on Bourbon Street in the French Quarter partying, having a hurricane party without a threat of a hurricane. 24-mile-an-hour wind gusts there, 56-mile-an-hour at Biloxi. You would expect that on the northeast quadrant of the center of circulation. As we move into the Florida Panhandle, looks like we've escaped a lot of problems there, with Destin only 35-mile-an-hour wind gust at the top of the hour, Panama City 28, Pensacola 41, even Mobile, even though they've had some storm surge threats there with an onshore wind. This system is moving so quickly. Once it's gone, once it moves inland, I think in another 3 or 4 hours, the worst will be over along the coast, and then it's going to be an inland problem for a few days, a couple of days anyway. By tomorrow morning, it will be along the Alabama-Mississippi border, pass very near Nashville as a tropical storm, possible tropical storm winds around the Nashville area with 40-mile-an-hour winds on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, and then it loses its tropical characteristics, and as it moves into New England, it'll just bring rain and dreary conditions where they don't really need it right now. Our local weather, with that tropical moisture coming up, it'll be staying warm and humid for another day or two, with a 50% chance of showers or thunder showers over the area right on through tomorrow, but drier weather will set in by Tuesday. We can look at that on our futurecast, showing that southerly wind flow coming in, scattered showers, hit and miss. I think the 50% may be a little overblown, but that's what the forecast is right now. That's what I'm thinking, but scattered showers here and there. And then we'll return to a dry weather pattern on Tuesday. Going out on the beach tomorrow, look for winds to be southerly, 15. It could have been a lot worse if Nate had been closer to us. The seas would have been a lot rougher. Right now, only 2 to 3 feet, a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. Our Gulf temperature 85, the air temperature at the beach 87 with a UV index of 8 tomorrow. So not a bad beach day, although it would be some scattered showers. Look for those showers tonight, low of 77, the average low 70. Tomorrow, 50% chance of those storms or showers, 88 for the high. And here's your 7-day outlook, showing the chance drops off Monday to 40%. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that chance drops off quite a bit. It'll be mainly dry until next weekend. We dodged the bullet. I think the center Gulf Coast has dodged the bullet, but we'll tally what has happened overnight. And Good Morning America will have the complete details coming up tomorrow morning. Jess?